You can eat the cheese, bread, pasta, drink the wine in Europe, and feel amazing and alive. Yet you eat the same foods in America and you feel like utter crap. So, I'm going to talk to you about the 11 foods that are banned in Europe but are allowed in America. Number one is bread. You eat bread in Europe, no problem. You eat bread in America, you get all sorts of issues like gut problems and brain fog. There are many toxic ingredients in bread, but one of them that stands out is known as azodicarbonamide, and this is the same chemical that they use in yoga mats and other rubber substances. This is linked to asthma, hormonal disruption, as well as cancer. It is banned in over 30 countries, and there's a reason for it. It's not the bread, it's what's baked into it. Number two is American cheese, full of artificial dyes and food emulsifiers. It's engineered to melt, colored to glow, and marketed as cheese. Colored with petroleum-based dyes, such as yellow number 6. It has emulsifiers that are linked to kidney issues as well as chronic inflammation. It's banned and restricted in over a dozen countries. Real cheese doesn't glow in the dark. Number 3 on the list, chickens. Chlorine washed. These chickens are raised in filth, rinsed in chemicals, and then served for your meals. The chlorine is meant to kill the bacteria from factory farming. However, it just covers up the contamination. It doesn't prevent it. The chlorine is banned in over 20 plus countries, including the UK, Germany, and Spain. Other countries have cleaned up their farming, but America is just covering up with bleach. Number 4, milk, because of the hormones RBGH and RBST. More milk means more hormones, means more profit. These cows are injected with synthetic hormones to boost their production of milk. However, this in turn raises the IGF-1, and human consumption of this has been linked to cancer. This is banned in the EU, Canada, and Japan. Europe will not use American milk. Other countries have banned the hormones, but in America, we're just labeling these milk products as healthy. Number 5 on the list, I'd rank right up there with seed oils. It's one of the most toxic things you can consume. I wouldn't eat it if I was starving. It's farm-raised salmon. These are raised in these contained tanks and areas. They are fed all sorts of chemicals, and they're painted and have synthetic colorings to make them look like they're natural and they were caught in the wild. So they're dyed with these synthetic colorings. They're fed additives and pesticides. I mean, have you seen these breeders or these farmers that are farming the salmon? They're wearing like gas masks. This has been banned in over 25 countries, including the entire EU. Number 6 on the list, this is actually quite sad. It's tap water because of the fluorine and chlorine. It's not hydration, it's medication. The US adds fluoride to drinking water to prevent cavities. However, this has been linked long-term to thyroid issues, low IQ in children per many scientific studies, as well as developmental toxicity. This has been banned in over 10 countries. When clean water needs chemical justification, then that's where it stops becoming clean water. Number 7 on the list, well, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but not American apples, because we want the apples to look fresh for as long as we can. But unfortunately, they're coated in a chemical called DPA, diphenylamine, and it's applied to prevent the browning of apples during storage. But unfortunately, this chemical breaks down into toxic cancer-causing substances. It's banned in over 20 countries, and you have to remember, food is meant to be perishable. It's not meant to have a long shelf life and sit around forever. Number 8 on the list is Mountain Dew because of the BVO, brominated vegetable oil, which is literally a flame retardant. And this is also found in sports drinks like Gatorade, for example. BVO is used to stabilize the citrus flavor. However, it's been linked to memory loss, hormonal disruption, fertility issues, autoimmune. This is banned in over 100 countries. I mean, that right there sends a message, doesn't it? Number 9. This one I've never really quite understood how people actually consider this a food and put it in their morning drink. It's coffee creamer, like Coffee Mate, because of the trans fat. It doesn't need refrigeration, and it's a dairy product, a creamer. That should have been the first red flag. But these contain partially hydrogenated oils, and that's known to cause heart disease. And it's marketed as 0 grams fat, which is completely misleading and deceptive. This is banned in EU, Switzerland, Canada. And in America, 0 doesn't mean nothing or none. It actually means there's a lot of something else in there that's going to be harmful. So don't fall for that. Number 10, pork and its products. First of all, let me just preface by saying this is a meat or an animal that you shouldn't even eat. Pigs are dirty creatures and they harbor a lot of parasites and tapeworms. So when you're consuming these pork products, whether it's bacon, ham, sausages, pork chops, you're ingesting all of that. And these parasites and tapeworms go all around the body, including your brain. But ractopamine is the chemical that's used in pork or in pigs to rapidly increase their muscle growth, to get more lean muscle, but they're drugged to the limit. And this has been linked, unfortunately, to tremors, anxiety, heart problems, cancer, and more. It's banned in more countries than it's allowed in. I mean, hello. So you won't see it on a label, but it's in nearly every pork product in America. So this is one meat that you should definitely avoid. Number 11, Fruit Loops and some other cold cereals that really have no nutritional value and are so toxic and they spike your blood sugar. But it's sold as breakfast, but it's really built like candy. And unfortunately, these contain so many artificial dyes that are linked to hyperactivity, things like ADD, immune issues. It's preserved with BHT, which is a known possible human carcinogen. And this is banned in over 12 countries. In Europe, it actually comes with a warning. In America, it comes with little toys in the boxes. So the take-home message is it's really not the food itself that's a culprit. It's the chemicals that are used in foods for God knows what reasons, to prolong its shelf life, to give it more color, flavor. But, in Europe, when you can eat the bread, the cheese, the pasta, and have all sorts of things, and in America, the same kind of foods make you sick, it's because of these chemicals. So even look at what's happening with our fruits and vegetables. I mean, Bill Gates thinks it's okay to have the appeal sticker and now Organifi, or whatever it is, which are basically toxic coatings that are applied to your fruits and vegetables, and then we're supposed to consume that. I mean, how do you justify that? So it's no wonder that Americans are so unhealthy as compared to so many other countries in the world. And we have such high rates of chronic disease and inflammation and obesity and cancer and autoimmune disease and infertility. So hopefully this has brought some awareness and can make you understand why you feel so different when you travel abroad versus when you're eating the same foods here at home.